What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I know I haven't been uploading very frequently, but that is gonna change here very soon. I have a bunch of parts on order for the Legacy GT, and I'm sad to say most of you guys are not gonna like today's video. Now, let's hop into the topic of today's video. I have been thinking on it for a long time now, and I'm not 100% certain. I don't have a buyer lined up, but I'm highly considering selling my Focus RS. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys are not gonna like this video. I'm probably gonna get a ton of dislikes because everybody that follows this channel has come to know my Focus RS and really follows this channel because of this car. Now, let's talk about a few of the reasons that I'm considering selling the RS. Now, I've had this car in particular for about actually over a year now, and I've loved it ever since I've owned it. It's really just such an awesome car, but it is very expensive. It is one of the most expensive hot hatches that you can own currently. And while it's a very rare car and a unique car, it's just very hard for me to justify the money for it when I only take this car out a few days a week. You guys might not know this, but I usually only take this car out unless it's a special occasion, a track day, or if I'm filming a YouTube video on it. And to me, to spend, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, between insurance and car payment on this car, not including oil changes, tires, anything like that, I spend about $1,000 a month. So $12,000 a year to own a Focus RS. And now for most, it's like, oh yeah, no big deal, like $1,000 a month. But for me, for those that don't know, I run a business, I run multiple businesses, and I spend a lot of money a month to maintain those businesses and to grow them as well. So in my mind, I'm like, well, if I keep the Legacy GT, which is much faster than this, it's a little bit more of a comfy ride. It's not as dependable, it's not gonna be as good on the track, but the Legacy GT really does make me happy when I drive it. And the RS, while it's super torquey and fun, it's losing that edge for me. And it's almost, I don't wanna say I'm falling out of love with the car, because it still does have such a special place in my heart, and it's literally made it so I have a YouTube channel with people that care about me and the car and want to follow along the journey. So I think that's really the main reason that's holding me back from selling it, is because of you guys. And I think that's the wrong reason to own a car. I don't think I should own a car that I only drive because I don't want to upset my YouTube audience, my Instagram people, and all of that. I only drive the car a few days a week, if that. Like last week, I took it out once in 7 days, and I just, it sounds bad, but I'd rather somebody else drive this car that can really either daily drive it or truly appreciate it for the beast it is. I mean, because I put my foot down and I accelerate. It's a very quick car. It just, I don't know, I just feel like I'm falling out of love with it a little bit, and I just haven't had that spark or that connection with it in a while. And now a lot of you guys are probably gonna be asking, well, you never got an E85 tuned or E30 tuned, you didn't do any bolt-ons or anything like that. And while I haven't done that, I don't know how much on a stock turbo that's gonna change this car. If you guys have a different opinion, if you really think I should keep it and at least give it a shot and get an E30 tune, maybe throw a downpipe and exhaust on to make the driving experience a little bit better, I can try that as well. But some of you guys might relate with me. It's just a very expensive hot hatch, and I really want something that I can build and put money into. And this car, the way it comes from the factory, is just, it's almost perfect. I don't think you need much for this car to make it an absolute monster. And that's kind of where it's at. I like the car as it sits. I'm not a huge fan of the way they sound with exhausts. And I don't want this video to be like a bashing video on the Focus RS, because I know it's got a huge cult following and so many people love it. And I do too. I'm in that boat of, am I getting $1,000 of enjoyment out of this car a month? And it's like, if I'm only gonna take this car to track days and take it out, you know, a few days a month on the weekend or when the weather's nice, because if the weather's bad, I don't take this out. If it's supposed to rain, I don't take it out. And it just doesn't make much sense to me to keep the car. Like I want a platform that I can build on and have something dependable. And a lot of the guys, if you guys are watching this and you're one of the few that have a higher horsepower Focus RS, anything over about 400 wheel, these motors hate. They can't do without doing a lot to the transmission, the motor, and all of that. And I want a car that I can build and have fun with and not be worried about it blowing up. And so if I was to sell this car, there would be something coming to replace it. I would have the Legacy GT to have some fun with. I have a few mods I want to do to it. I want to get it to about that 400 wheel horsepower mark, because the turbo it has on it currently is definitely capable of that. And overall, just comfort-wise, daily drivability, the Legacy GT is just so much more practical for me. And while it doesn't get as many views, nobody really follows along with that on the YouTube channel. Most people are come to see the Focus RS. It truly does make me happy. It's really fast, comfortable, and just, and I paid such a little amount of money for it that if anything does break, it's not a big deal. We'll just get it fixed. But this car, if say I was to build it and the motor was to blow, I'm still making a $600 payment a month, and then I have to, you know, fix whatever's wrong on top of that. So I'm almost at the point financially where it makes more sense to just sell this, make a few $1,000s on it, because I definitely don't owe what it's worth. So I do have a little bit of equity built up in this car, and either take that money and put it on as a down payment on something else, or just save up some money, put some money into the Legacy GT, and then eventually just pay cash for something like an Evo 8 or 9. Because if I'm being honest, I would love to own an Evo 9 and fully build that, because those platforms, the 4G63 is just bulletproof, solid, I mean, you obviously have some issues, but I think overall it's a much better platform to build off of. I followed a couple guys on YouTube that have a Focus RS build. Some of them are selling the RS because they've sunk way too much money into it. If you guys follow That's Nobody, he's got a gray Focus RS, and he was shooting for 500 wheel horsepower. He had 400 wheel before, and once he went to rebuild and do all the internals on the motor, he kept getting engine leaks and just a bunch of stuff that he got really frustrated with. And now I think you can get 500 wheel horsepower out of these cars. For me right now, it just doesn't make a ton of sense to have this as the project car. So let me know down below what you guys think. I don't want to upset anybody. I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% certain that I am selling the Focus RS. It's just a thought, and it's one of those thoughts that's kind of weighing heavily on my mind. I think for you guys, I can keep making videos on this and do reaction videos and track days and stuff like that, but I know most of you probably want to see me build something. And I think for me, at least where I'm at currently in life, I'm trying to be transparent and open with you guys. I think it makes more sense to go ahead, get a different project car, say like an Evo 8 or 9, pay cash for that, and then have that extra $1,000 a month that I'm spending on just the car payment and insurance on this to dump into a build. So let me know down below what you guys think. Do you want to see an Evo 8 or 9 on the channel and see me hopefully find one that's mostly stock and then fully build that? Do you want me to keep the Focus RS? I really want your guys' opinion. Try not to roast me. I'm just being upfront and honest with where I'm at with the Focus RS. You probably have noticed I haven't been making as much content on it because I've been kind of consumed with the Legacy GT lately, and any free time I do have, I spend working on that or fixing things. And this car is a track monster, and I'm not gonna be impulsive about selling it, because I know if I sell it right now, I'm still on that fence of, well, should I sell it? Should I keep it? And I know if I was to sell it now, I'd probably regret it. So I want to make sure when I do go to sell it that I'm 100% certain about selling it, because I know the Race Red is very rare. They won't produce this color any longer. They're not even making the Focus RS anymore. And I know the value of this car is either going to stay the exact same or increase. I don't see this car going down in value. So I'm open to your guys' ideas. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know if you want to see me build the Focus RS. I know I've asked it before, and a lot of people have said, yeah, we want to see you build the Focus RS. But I just don't know how reliable of a platform this is going to be, because after all, this is my baby. This is kind of my dream car, and I still need something that's going to be 100% reliable. Let me know if you want to see me keep the RS. Let me know if you want to see more content on the Legacy GT, because I'm going to make that content regardless, because I really do enjoy that car, and I hope I can transfer through camera kind of what it's like to own a big turbo Subaru, because it's so much fun. My fiance rode with me in the Legacy GT the other night. I'm going to try and get a reaction video here soon, but she loves it. She thinks that car is so fast. I take her in the RS and I can't scare her, but if I take her in the Legacy GT and boost, it's fast enough that it kind of scares her a little bit. So as far as a fun factor, I think the Legacy GT just has this one beat, at least on the street. I am gonna do a few track days in the RS once PPIR opens up, because I really wanna see if that kind of makes me fall back in love with this car, because last season this car was a monster on the track. So this is gonna be a little bit shorter of an upload, but I kind of wanted to let you guys know what was going on with the Focus RS, what I'm doing with it, kind of my thoughts about the Focus RS, and to hear your guys' opinion of what you want to see, because I don't want to lose my fan base by selling the RS. But if you guys will still stick around to see what other cars I buy, build up, and make race cars, then let me know down below. So that's all I've got for you guys this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it wasn't very entertaining. It's just me sitting in the car talking to a camera, but I appreciate the support that you guys have shown on the channel. Much love to you guys. We're about to hit 1,500 subscribers, which is really cool. I know it's not that much, but I never thought when I bought this car that I would actually grow a big enough channel to have a fan base. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have an awesome night or day or whatever time of day this is, and I'll see you guys next video.